Lucky Boys Podcast.
And what motivated me was I was interested in media and the way Asians were portrayed in media, the opportunities they were given in media. And I've said so many times to my friends, I was watching The Hangover and I saw Ken Jeong, and God, that guy is funny. And a lot of people don't know he was a family medicine doctor for a long time before he found his calling. And we know he did what he really wanted to do in the end, and he was very successful. And it's not to say everybody is successful in that way. Mm-hmm. He's incredibly talented, but the way the roles he was given was always just the kind of like the nerdy man that nobody respected. And that was people might disagree, but that was the take I took from it.
Okay.
And so that motivated me. I said, wait a second, that's not what I want people to view Asians as. I always say Asian Americans, but not just Asian Americans, Asians as. And that's not who a lot of my friends are. That's not who I am. So that really motivated me to say, hey, I'm going to do some medicine on social media. I'm going to show them the fitness side. I'm going to show them the business side. And that connected me with so many people that shared the same goals and values for the Asian American community. Mm-hmm. And what motivated me even more was the other people around in the community. I would get messages from other doctors of all ethnicities, and then of course from other Asian men. They're like, dude, Jonny, like we didn't know you did this stuff. Like, I love working out in basketball, but all I do is I talk about colon cancer screening. I was like, no, you got to show them everything. And it's not meant to be comfortable. Right. Because if it was comfortable, it wouldn't be something interesting. Right. So I'm going to keep doing it.
In your eyes, you saw Hollywood's interpretation of Asian males that motivated you to kind of step out the box and say, okay, fine, there are some Asians like that, mm-hmm. and that's great for them. However, I can't connect with that I don't identify with that. And I know most of my friends are like this. And what I know to be true is that I don't see that type of representation in mainstream media. Mm-hmm. Therefore, since the world is changing and we all can build a platform, small, and grow into something larger, and say, hey, who else can connect with this? Because this is what I think we're really like in 2021. And that's what helped push you to elevate and empower others around you and your brand, from your colleagues, doctors, physicians, to other people in the Asian culture. Is that what I'm understanding?
You hit it right on the money. Yeah.
Okay.
If you are interested in something, you gotta do it. You gotta put everything into it. It doesn't matter if it's all one type of culture that does it, or if it's just one gender. If you like something, you got to put everything into it.
Right. I do want to go back a little bit regards with Ken Jeong. First of all, crazy props to him for making that shift from being a doctor to being a household name in Hollywood and getting the roles that he did. I can't imagine that's very easy. I know that there are a lot of people, Asians that we know in entertainment and media, that tries to make it in Hollywood, and it's almost impossible. What it feels like, these conversations with him, right?
Yeah, a lot of props to him, because he didn't just was a doctor and then he jumped straight into films and movies.
He took a risk.
He was a stand-up comic before, right. So he was giving his dues, right? So he was doing the time, right? Yeah. He's getting the reps, and then he just got that opportunity, and he made the most of it.
I think he just found a lane that worked. And we hear a lot of people in entertainment say this a lot. It doesn't matter how I get in, as long as I get in. I can't judge someone for that. However, I can understand folks like you, folks like other people that go, you know what, I don't identify with this, like I can't connect with this.
Right.
But it is comedy at the end of the day. And I hope most people have the common sense to understand that he's a caricature or he's just
Right.
being an extreme version of something. That I thought The Hangover was hilarious.
It was an awesome movie.
Yeah, it was an
one of my
awesome movie.
favorite movies.
Yeah. Going back to what you were saying, putting yourself out there, being uncomfortable. How do you face those demons? It is so difficult. So difficult to claim yourself. Because a lot of the time the demons or the negative thoughts will tell you not to do something, to stay in your comfort zone, to, hey, if we go out there, it's going to, this workout, why are you going to work out? Just stay home, just be comfortable, put on the TV, get something yummy to eat, and just chill. Oh, you were from San Fran? Why go to New York? You know, this is something you're familiar with. Just stay here and don't bother going there. Why are you taking the risk? I mean, what is that voice inside of you that made you go, you know what? No, I'm going to go to New York at the height of the pandemic.
I know.
I'm going to put myself out there on social media. I'm going to live the best life I can, and I don't care what anyone thinks. Like, how do you do that?
You know,
what goes on in your head?
It starts with each individual person, right? You have to invest in yourself, right? So I found that after living in New York for a while, and then, you know, my medical training took me other places, and I went back to the San Francisco Bay Area, and you know, something just wasn't right. I needed to do what was best for me, what was best for my personal growth.
Like, what do you mean something's not
You know,
right?
I felt that there was a lot of opportunity and a lot of things that I wanted to work on within myself that I couldn't quite grasp.
That was outside of San Francisco.
And I felt the opportunities were outside of San Francisco.
Right.
And so I decided to move here, and I decided to invest in myself. And that goes back to what I said originally, is we have to invest in ourselves to strengthen our mind, strengthen our body, figure out everything within ourselves, because ultimately the way you treat other people is really how you feel about yourself.
You know, hurt people.
That's
So.
I couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I think it's important, you know, it's something, a lesson that I've learned from friends and especially my parents is you never know what's going on under the surface. Social media, pictures, whatever, you know. I just posted a picture today. I thought I was looking good. The few comments were from my own friends. They said, John, we know right when they snapped that picture, you said the classic 1, 2, 3 crunch. Look as good as possible, right? So, but you don't worry about those things, right? You do what makes you happy. You got to invest in yourself. And what I got from my parents, you never know what's going on underneath. So you always got to be kind to people. Kindness
I agree
first.
with that. Mm-hmm.
And someone that's not kind to other people, you just know it's probably not you, right? So, Norm, if I was an asshole to you, I think you're a bright guy. You'd be like, well, it's Johnny's problem. This guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
And I think whatever it is, whatever demons that we're facing, you have to figure it out yourself. There's no, like, I had this happened to me, this person. You can't look, you got to put blinders on. You can't look anywhere else. And everybody goes through things. I went through a few things in my life, and I felt that being here in New York City, in this culture, with all this opportunity, meeting you guys, for example, it was the right thing for me. Because once I got myself right and invested in myself, then you can do the right thing, and you're able to invest in other people.
For sure.
You can
put
help
on your
other
own
people.
oxygen mask first.
Yeah.